This is Bergstrom's State Line Quiz Bowl. Now from the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Welcome to another edition of Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. We are moving along in this first round of our tournament, and we've got some pretty great teams here face-to-face for this weekend's edition. First, it's our Veterans Day weekend edition, so hopefully within the last few days or so, you had your chance to thank a veteran for your service, or for their service. If you are a veteran or currently in the military, we want to just take this quick moment to thank you for that. All right, let's welcome our two teams, shall we? First, the Byron Tigers, led by their captain, Joel. Round of applause for the Tigers. Byron comes into our season here as one of the most successful in Quiz Bowl history. In their 6 appearances, they've advanced to the Elite 8 twice and the Final Four 3 times. Tough shoes to fill. Joel, you've been a part of some of those teams, I'm sure. Introduce us to your starting lineup.
So, I'm Joel. To my immediate left is Luke. To my immediate right is Rebecca. And to my far right is Hayden.
Welcome to the Byron Tigers. Facing off against Morrison Mustangs. Welcome, Morrison. Morrison's 4th year competing in our tournament, and in Season 6, Morrison appeared in our finale. We know both of these teams have the potential to go very far in our tournament. Only one advances after today. Captain Aaron, introduce us to the rest of your team.
To my right is Aiden, to my near left is Adam, and to my far left is Sarah.
All right, Morrison Mustangs, Byron Tigers. Let's play our game, shall we? We begin with our buzzing round. Remember, buzzing, you're on your own. Each question worth 10 points. The most important rule, as always, wait for me to call your name. Also, say it loudly and clearly because we are still masked. Hands on your buzzers. Here's the first question. Blockchain technology can verify the authenticity of what objects that prove ownership of digital assets, such as art or sports memorabilia? Zayden.
Non-fungible tokens.
Yes, you got that right before the buzzer. NFTs. 100 bonus points if you can explain how that works to me in less than 30 seconds. I'm kidding. I don't have the 100 points to give you. Just those 10 for that question. Morrison's first on the board. Here's a new one, teams. What movie franchise, whose protagonist fights Toe Cutter, defeats Lord Humongous, and competes in the Thunderdome, and includes a film subtitled Fury Road? Joel.
Mad Max?
That is right. Mad Max, Road Warrior, Beyond Thunderdome, originally played by Mel Gibson back in 1979. Both teams are on the board now, 10 apiece. What country, which runs Operation Sovereign Borders to stop asylum seekers, has been led since 2018 by Prime Minister Scott Morrison from Canberra? Luke.
Australia.
That is correct. 10 points for Byron. Fun fact, Mel Gibson, who played the original Mad Max, is from Australia. Those two questions kind of oddly connected. Here's a new one, teams. Boston Corbett shot what man who yelled "Sic Semper Tyrannis" and jumped, Luke?
John Wilkes Booth.
Yes, jumped from a balcony at Ford's Theater after assassinating Abraham Lincoln. Those are your 10. The Prime Meridian passes through the Royal Observatory in which borough of London, which represents the G in the acronym GMT? Luke.
Greenwich.
That's correct, yes. Greenwich. The GMT stands for Greenwich Mean Time. 10 more for Byron. You've got 40. What river, which joins with the Paraná River near the town of Corrientes, shares its name with a landlocked South American country? Aaron.
Paraguay.
Yes, you got that one right before the buzzer. That actually makes part of the border between Paraguay and Brazil. Morrison's 10. You're back up to 20. What author who wrote about an invisible worm in his poem The Sick Rose was an English romantic who described a predator burning bright in the tiger? First no answer of the round. William Blake was that English romantic. New question, teams. What small sacs at the ends of the bronchioles are the sites of gas exchange in the lungs? Joel.
The alveoli?
That is correct. Certainly heard a lot about those over the last year and a half or so. 10 more points, Byron. In optics, an image is inverted if it has a negative value for what quantity, denoted m, that indicates how much it grows, as in a namesake glass? Aaron.
Magnification.
Yes, magnification. We're talking about a magnifying glass. Morrison's 10. What long-running conflict, ended by the Good Friday Agreement in 1998, was fought over whether Northern Ireland should be part of Britain or Ireland? Joel.
Bloody Sunday?
Incorrect. Morrison, you have a chance for these 10. It'll bring you within 10. That conflict was the Troubles. No points for either team. What metal mined at Potosi in Bolivia was supposedly found in a mountain range that is the origin of the names Rio de la Plata and Argentina? Aaron.
Platinum.
Incorrect. Byron, these could be your 10. Joel.
Gold?
Incorrect. The other precious metal, silver. Silver is actually known as plata in Spanish and argentum in Latin. No points either team. That's how we end the round. Tight one, as we expected. Byron has 50, Morrison has 30. We'll be back with our back and forth round we call volleyball after this break. Boy, this game is super close, as expected. Byron has 50, Morrison has 30. Very few unanswered questions in that round. I think only 2 or 3 contestants. Nice work there. Before we get to our next round, our volleyball round, we need to send out a very special thank you. We don't have to send it out very far because she's here in the room with us. Not many people can say that they have been a State Line Quiz Bowl supporter since day one. Linda Green can, as a coach and now as a judge for us. So thank you, Linda, for being here. We really appreciate all your support throughout the years. Let's do our volleyball round. Contestants, shall we? This is the back and forth. You can work as a team, but I need to hear the answer from the captains. Because of the coin flip, our first volleyball question goes to Joel and the Byron Tigers. Are you ready, Joel?
Yep.
Here it is. What city, whose Tool Sleng Genocide Museum is housed in a former Khmer Rouge prison, is the capital of Cambodia? Phnom Penh is that capital. Khmer Rouge, known for the killing fields while Pol Pot was the dictator in Cambodia. New question, don't throw things there just because you didn't get the answer. It's okay, there'll be plenty more points on the board, Joel, don't worry about it. Now to Aaron and Morrison, your first question of the round. What country, whose Chancellor Kurt Schuschnigg resigned in 1938, was annexed by Nazi Germany in the Anschluss and was Hitler's country of birth?
Austria.
Yes, that's where Hitler was born. And the first points of the round go to Morrison. We're back over to Byron. A treatise of human nature is by what Scottish empiricist philosopher who formulated the problem of induction? Two tough questions to start this round for you guys. That was David Hume. No points for Byron. We're back over to Morrison. What imaginary creatures include Segoy in the Earthsea novels, Norbert in the Harry Potter series, and Smaug, who hoards treasure and breathes fire?
Dragons.
That is correct. Also Daenerys' children in Game of Thrones. 10 points for Morrison puts you in a tie with Byron, and we head back to Byron. And Joel, here's your question. In January 2021, the Biden administration announced it would speed up plans to place what woman on the $20 bill instead of Andrew Jackson?
Harriet Tubman?
Yep, you got it. Luke knew that one really quickly. Right before the buzzer, those are your 10. You're back on top by 10, Byron. And now we're over to Morrison. What economist, whose wife Rose worked with him on the book Capitalism and Freedom, opposed Keynesianism as a leader of the pro-market Chicago school?
Milton Friedman.
That's right. Zayden helped you out with that one pretty quickly. Nice whisper in the ear for those 10 points. We're back to a tie game. Joel. What 2021 song in which Olivia Rodrigo asks, "So when you gonna tell her that we did that too," is named after a 2-word French phrase?
Hasta la vista?
Incorrect. That was worth a guess, right? The follow-up to her #1 hit, Driver's License, was Deja Vu. That's the Olivia Rodrigo song. Back to Morrison. You could get on top with this question. What data structure is often used to represent syntactic structure, consists of a graph with no cycles, has a root, and has nodes that may branch? It would have helped to see a diagram maybe of this with all the branches because it looks like a tree. Those are trees. Back to Byron. What geometric term names the 18th century British trade system that sent sugar to New England, rum to Africa, and enslaved people to the Caribbean?
Triangle.
Yes, the triangle trade. It was the full term there. Those are 10 more points for Byron, and we're out of time for the round. Still close. Byron's on top, but this time now only 10 points as we reach our halfway point. So it's 70-60, and the fastest round in the game is next, our NECA IBEW lightning round. But first, you get a chance to play at home with the Bergstrom bonus question. We'll be right back.
Situated in Dubuque County, Iowa, just outside Dyersville, the location from which 1989 movie played host to the Chicago White Sox and New York Yankees this past August.
$10 points is all that separates our two teams. Before we get to questions worth points, maybe one more important for a pizza and pasta party from Tony's of Winnebago. It's our Bergstrom bonus question. If you're watching at home, you've already had a chance to answer this. We'll see if you were correct. Contestants, it's a buzz-in, same rules as a buzz-in round. Let me know if you know the answer to this Bergstrom bonus. Situated in Dubuque County, Iowa, just outside Dyersville, the shooting location from which 1989 movie, Luke?
Field of Dreams.
Yes, played host to the Chicago White Sox, New York Yankees this past August. I don't want to interrupt your applause, Luke, because that's worth it for the pizza and pasta, but I do have to throw in that my White Sox, of course, won that game in pretty dramatic fashion. Hollywood could not have done it any better. Actually, last summer, equal time here, Chicago Cubs will play in the next one next summer against the Reds. All right, nice work. Luke, you get pizza, pasta. You are the hero of the team so far. But we'll get to questions worth points after this in our NECA IBEW lightning round. Our NECA IBEW lightning round moves lightning fast. That's why we named it that. And every one of these points is important when we have a score so close. Byron's on top by only 10, 70-60, but contestants, you know how fast that'll change in this round. Because of the coin flip, Morrison is going first. Remember, we need to hear from the captains, and we do have a quick captain change this round. Luke is the captain, probably fresh off that Bergstrom bonus question win that earned you the captainship, at least for the lightning round. Nice job, Luke. Remember, you can talk amongst yourselves, work as a team, but I have to hear from the captains. So, Aaron, your three choices of categories this week are units of measurement, TV occupations, and a grand round. You got it. What unit of measurement equals? So I will finish that sentence. Your answer is the unit. 60 seconds to run through these 10. Both teams some advice. You can pass if you need to. And then what Morrison doesn't get to, Luke, you and the team will have 30 seconds to clean up those points. You run the category, it's 100. Could happen. Aaron, are you and the team set for your first question? What unit of measurement equals exactly 2.54 centimeters?
Inch.
Correct. 3,600 seconds.
An hour.
That's correct. 42 gallons of petroleum.
Pass.
A Newton times a meter.
Pass.
The distance from the Earth to the Sun.
A light year.
Incorrect. 1 coulomb per second.
Pass.
1/10 of a nanometer.
A micrometer.
Incorrect. A depth of 6 feet.
Pass.
1/640th of a square mile.
Acre.
That's correct. 1 degree Celsius.
Pass.
42 gallons of petroleum.
A barrel.
That's correct. A Newton times a meter. And that's our 60 seconds. We didn't get to go back to those other ones you passed on. 4 correct. You added 40 to your score. You are up to 100. You're in triple digits. There's a lot left on the board here, Luke, but you've only got 30 seconds to get to them, and I'll read them as quickly as I can. Remember, the category is what unit of measurement equals? Here comes your first one. A Newton times a meter.
Joule.
That's correct. The distance from the Earth to the Sun.
An astronomical unit.
That's correct. 1 coulomb per second.
Pass.
1/10 of a nanometer.
Picometer.
Incorrect. A depth of 6 feet.
Fathom.
That's right. 1 degree Celsius. Buzzer got you there, and I paused. I want to give you a little bit extra time because I stumbled there. You got 3 more added to your score. We're tied. We might as well be at square one, 0-0, because it's 100 to 100. I'll run down really the 4 that we didn't get to. The coulomb per second is an ampere. 1/10 of a nanometer is an angstrom. Guess there's 3 right that we didn't get to. The 1 degree Celsius is actually a Kelvin. Kind of tricky there. The reference points, the same unit, but the reference points are numbered differently, right? So now we move on to Luke's choice of the 2 categories that are left: TV occupations and a grand round.
A grand round.
You got it. We make these category titles kind of cryptic, so you never know what exactly they're going to be asking. Give these phrases and titles that contain the word grand. Grand will be in all of your answers. 60 seconds for these, and then Aaron, you'll have 30 to clean up whatever's left after the 60. Luke, here comes your first question. Deep crevasse in Arizona.
Grand Canyon.
Correct. Home run with the bases loaded.
Grand Slam.
Yes. Historic music venue in Nashville.
Pass.
Manhattan Transit Hub at 42nd Street and Park Avenue.
Grand Central Station.
Correct. Video game series, sometimes set in San Andreas.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes. Group of citizens that determines probable cause for indictments.
Pass.
Home city of Gerald Ford's Presidential Museum.
Grand View.
Incorrect. Caribbean island governed from the city of Georgetown.
Grand Cayman.
Yes. Wes Anderson film set in the fictional country of Zubroka.
Pass.
2-word term used in the official name of Luxembourg.
Pass.
Historic music venue in Nashville.
Pass.
There's the buzzer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct. 50 added to your score. You're at 150. If you get all these, Aaron, we'll be back to a tie game, which is kind of exciting to end in our first, or get to our final challenge. We'll see how that goes. 30 seconds for these that are left. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here is the first one. Give these phrases and titles that contain the word grand. Historic music venue in Nashville.
Grand Ole Opry.
That's right. Group of citizens that determines probable cause for indictments.
Grand Jury.
That's correct. Home city of Gerald Ford's Presidential Museum.
Grand Mound.
Incorrect. Wes Anderson film set in the fictional country of Zubroka.
Pass.
2-word term used in the official name of Luxembourg.
Grand City.
Incorrect. It's worth a guess, right? Throw grand in there and name something else. That is not correct. You added 20 points, though, so it's a 30-point spread. The 3 that we didn't get to are Gerald Ford's Presidential Museum is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The Wes Anderson film set in Zubroka, the Grand Budapest Hotel. If you're a Wes Anderson fan, that would have been easy. The 2-word term used in Luxembourg's official name is Grand Duchy. The full name is Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. All right, 1 round left to play. It's our Mercy Health Final Challenge. It's only a 30-point spread. Each of these next questions is worth 20 points, so that score probably will change very quickly, and that final challenge is up after this break. This is almost as close as they come. Only 30 points separate our teams today. Byron has 150, Morrison has 120. Our Mercy Health Final Challenge, same rules as our first buzz-in round, except the fact that each of these questions now is worth 20 points. So if you do the simple math, 1.5 questions separates our 2 teams. Hands on your buzzers. Remember, no talking amongst yourselves. You buzz in, you're on your own. Say your answer loudly and clearly, and wait for me to call your name. Here's our first question in the final challenge, contestants. What artist painted animal skulls against desert backdrops Luke.
O'Keefe.
That's right. You can see some of her paintings at the Art Institute of Chicago. First on the board this round is Byron with 20. Skeletal muscles are striated because they have what functional units made up of organized actin and myosin filaments? That might be one of the toughest human anatomy questions we've ever had on this. Those are sarcomeres. No points for either team. What novel in which an electric-eyed snake is used to pump the stomach of Guy Montague's wife depicts firemen who burn books? And Joel.
105 Fahrenheit? You know,
Incorrect. I'll finish for Morrison. And is by Ray Bradbury. Go ahead, Rowan.
Fahrenheit 451.
You got that one, and those are your 20. Morrison's first question of the round. What Russian composer wrote a rhapsody on a theme of Paganini, as well as a famous prelude in C-sharp minor? Rowan.
Tchaikovsky.
Incorrect. Byron, you have a chance for these 20. Go ahead, Joel.
Haydn?
Incorrect. Rachmaninoff. That was the composer we needed. What soccer player who joined Juventus in 2018 after Luke?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, after a decade with Real Madrid, forward who hails from Portugal, often known as CR7. Those are Byron's 20. In 2021, software tycoon John McAfee was found dead in what country where he was arrested on tax evasion charges? Go ahead, Luke.
Spain.
Yes, you got that. Known for his antivirus programs, 20 points for Byron. What country's People's Defense Force was founded in 2021 to oppose the Tatmadaw, which took power in a coup in which Aung San Suu Kyi was arrested? Tough current events question there. Burma or Myanmar? We'd have taken either answer. What author wrote about John the Carpenter, whose wife Allison cheats on him in The Miller's Tale, which is the second of his Canterbury Tales? Joel.
Bradbury?
Incorrect. Morrison, these could be your 20. Adam.
Hawthorne.
No. Geoffrey Chaucer. Chaucer wrote Canterbury Tales. The Atlanta Braves lost the 1992 World Series to what team based in Canada? Luke.
The Blue Jays.
Yes, you got that. Canada may have helped. That limited your choices. You've got 20 more. Which water-soluble vitamin, essential for human norepinephrine and collagen synthesis, is also called ascorbic acid and is found in citrus fruits? Joel.
Vitamin C.
Yes, also prevents scurvy. 20 points, and that long buzzer means the round is over. That gap widened very quickly. Byron, congratulations. Your 250 points sends you on to the next round. Morrison, unfortunately, you're not moving on to the next round, but hope you had some fun. Senior send-off time. How many of you are seniors? So that means Aaron and Adam, you are off to bigger and better things, but you have a standing invitation. Come visit anytime and come cheer on Morrison maybe next season, all right? And Byron, congratulations. We'll see you in the second round. And we hope you join us next week when Belvedere takes on Durand. See you then.